Everybody's talking in their own place. Wrong time, throw a fit just to save face. Anything I can to keep you here. Every day was easy with you near. And I want to know why everybody thinks I am slow. Giving too much credit for the shit I never started. 2021 found out I'm retarded. Be honest to your friends or your family, raised up like you Peter Pan. Damn, that's amazing. Never leaving Neverland. They always saying what's up and never how you been. Texting under influence, and he blocked my phone number. Phone calls never went to us. Checking on your best friend every time I go under gold stars when he sings through us.
What was the inspiration for the song? I don't know. Well, that's not true. I do know. Well, the lyrics were written in a completely different mindset, but the actual beat I made because I was coming home from Asheville, because I went to Asheville with my partner. We were on our way back to Nashville, which is my hometown. Isn't that crazy? I went back to Nashville, and on the way there, I heard Plantasy by Reservoir. It's a fantastic song, fantastic album. But it was the first time I heard it, and I was riding on the cliff, and I could see the landscape. And I was like, this is beautiful. This song is beautiful. I want to sample it. And then I listened to the whole album, and I read the dude's background, and it turns out he's a hip-hop producer anyway. So I'm like, okay, it just makes sense. It's a natural, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. And then later on, when I was writing the lyrics, I had that melody in my head, that na 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 na, and then I was just like thinking about, like, I don't know, how uncomfortable I am with myself, by myself. I don't want to get too deep in it. That's like that's sad. Yeah. My creative process could range from a bunch of different things. Most of the time, it starts by hearing a song and being like, ooh, that could be a really nice sample. But sometimes I'll just come home and I'll plug in the keyboard and I'll just fiddle around with it and see how that goes. I grew up on Stevie Wonder. My mom played a lot of Stevie Wonder around the house. Not just Stevie Wonder, but all that type of music. He's just the one that sticks out because I loved Stevie Wonder. We would go on road trips and listen to, 80s on 8? And listen to that. It was amazing. Loved that. But it wasn't until I got to high school, and 2019, I broke up with a boyfriend I had in high school, and then I listened to Igor by Tyler, the Creator, and I heard that, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. And that same year, I applied for a bunch of music classes for my senior year, and like my senior year, I tried to do choir, and I did the musical and all of that. And my music teacher during that period, Mr. Salazar, shout out Mr. Salazar, because he like literally said to me when I did one of my projects, I made Calvin for a project in his class, and he heard it and he was like, you have to keep making music. You're not allowed to stop. If you stop making music, you're robbing the world of something. That's like a direct quote. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm all that or anything, but he said it. I am from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm just from the other side of Tennessee. And then when I was really young, I don't remember how old. I could ask my mom. She'd probably give me a date. When I was really young, I moved to Murfreesboro, and I lived there for a while. And then I went to high school in Nashville, and that's Music City, I guess. So, I don't know. Not that interesting. Yes, there is a creative community in Nashville. I'm just not a part of it. I don't feel like hip-hop, soul, R&B really gets a lot of attention in Nashville. I just haven't really met anybody outside of my own circle that does anything cool. So, I mean, as far as a creative community that I participate in, me and John just kind of cultivate that ourselves. John is a producer I work with. Yeah. I guess that's all the questions. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm honored. I'm super honored.